And the coach is back for another video. Welcome to all the newcomers and to my go-getter crew. It's all love family. My name is Don, and with a listening ear and insightful advice, I'm here to give you life lessons based on the world around us. If that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. So, today, we're going to talk about a brother and sister combo here. The sister happens to be an OnlyFans model. And being an OnlyFans model, that comes with a certain amount of attention, scrutiny, etc. So she decides to have her brother come on to her podcast, and they talk a little bit about how it is affecting his life. So let's listen to it, and then I give you some of the points that I pulled from it. Let's go.
Do you really think I'm not a good sister?
Well, it's not that you're not a good sister. It's just you gotta think that your actions don't just doesn't affect not just only you, but it also affects me. Like next year, I'm gonna be applying for colleges, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that with things that are on the internet. I might not even be able to get a girlfriend because people they already know. In public, people ask me, "Do you really like your sister? Do you really approve of this?" I actually don't think this could work in my future.
Christian, with everything that I'm doing, I've never once wanted it to affect you like this. Bro, I'm sorry. I really don't want it to affect you.
There's nothing else I can say. You everything up. I'm leaving.
Bro.
Yeah, so a little family turmoil, if you will. But yeah, so that's just one of those points where obviously he's dealt with a little bit of pushback, a little bit of maybe ridicule based on the decisions that she's made to make money. Is that his fault? No, it's not his fault at all. I mean, he has nothing to do with his grown sister and what she does in her life. It sucks to be criticized for choices and decisions that had nothing to do with you. See, to be in that kind of position, that's one of those leadership positions. When you're in a leadership position, it's definitely one of the sucky parts, if you will. Just taking whole L's for other people's mistakes, people not showing up, people not being I can't control if somebody shows up. I can't control if they're doing their job right. It's to some degree, but you know what I mean. Just taking L's for someone else sucks. And in this case, he's not a leader. He's not the older brother. He's not the dad. He's just trying to live his life. Just trying to live his life. And he's running into all these factors. So the overall lesson I pull from here is that your actions has consequences for everybody. Your actions have consequences that go well beyond you. They affect everyone you're tied to, whether it be your parents, whether it be your siblings, your children, aunties, uncles, the people that are in your life, your friends. These people are affected by your choices, whether they're good choices, whether they're bad choices. Consequences are inevitable, no matter which way you put it. What's going on, family? Pardon the interruption. Just a quick reminder, if you're liking the content, please hit that like button for me. It truly helps the channel. And also make sure you check the link in the description box. I curated a list of items I believe will be beneficial to the community. Also a link to my one-on-one consult if you just want to chop it up, figure out life. And also a link to a book called Massive Motivation, something to help you get started if you find it hard to kind of get motivated, because the goal is to get to the discipline level, but motivation is where we all start. So please check that out. Remember to like, and I greatly appreciate you, family. Let's get back to the video. Now, we can pick our own path in life. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's beautiful that we can pick our own path and how we want to live and how we want to move. And God knows I understand how hard it is to go to college, how hard it is to get your degree. And then if you want to go to like a really technical side, you want to be medical, how much longer you got to go. If you want to be a lawyer, how much longer you have to go. So these things, it's a lot of time. It's very time consuming, and it's a lot of effort before you see any return on investment, you know? And when these guys and these offers come in and they like, hey, join our platform and we're going to give you money to change your life. And all you got to do is entertain a few, people that hop on your page, We won't say how they entertain them. I don't know. Maybe they do a lot of things. I'm not going to speak on it. I don't think YouTube would appreciate it. So that being said, even with the fact that we're allowed to choose our own path, it doesn't resolve us of the consequences that affects yourself. It doesn't resolve you of the consequences that affects your family, your friends, your community. There's been many things I've seen, just even internationally, just people, especially speaking of myself and me being a Black person. If you didn't know, go figure. That people have to push back against and push against because someone did something here, or someone did something in a country, someone did something in this city, this town, and somehow it reflects negatively on me, right? Even though I don't know that person from one person to another, it's just like there's always a stigma. And that goes even more so when it's your family, it's direct family. Like, this is your sister. Y'all came out the same place. Yeah. I think. All right. I could have lived without that. But either way, my man was just talking about how it's affected. Talking about in school. You got the issues with school. You have his future prospects of school, his friend circles, him possibly even getting a girlfriend. You can hear my man getting choked up talking about it. To her defense, she apologized. And it was a heartfelt apology. I really felt like she meant the apology and that she really had no intention of doing harm or bringing anything negative to her brother's doorstep. Yeah. But honestly, most people don't. Most people don't. What they say, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. Her intentions were to make money and live good, and she want to bring her brother in and make sure he has a good time. But in the good intentions of giving them everything, you also like destroying his credibility and his reputation just from being with you. Wow, that is a crazy scenario, and it sucks, man. I hope they can work it out. There's things that's more important than money. And I understand that when you live in America, money is so important. And people will do whatever for it, especially when you grew up in an environment where money wasn't plentiful, or you was in poverty, or whatever the case may be. You have this easy access. All you need is your body and a camera. But to what end? To what end? But at the end of the day, I just want you to consider how your actions not only affect you, but how they affect the people around you, the people in your community. And what can you do to make sure you always bring the best outcome in every situation? Because shout out to her, not knocking her. She's living her life. But there was probably better routes to be taken. Nonetheless, her path, her life, her body, her choice. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you visiting the channel. If you don't mind, please hit that like button on the way out and subscribe if you want to hear more content from me. My name is Don, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.